They laughed at the farmer's worn-out clothes, but when the judge asked just one question, Karen's smirk collapsed, and the entire courtroom realized who the real embarrassment was. My wife and I were sitting on the hard wooden benches of the county courthouse, watching a man who looked like he walked straight out of a dusty field. Old faded flannel shirt, boots held together by tape, hands trembling but respectful. This was Mr. Dalton, a farmer in his late 50s. He wasn't there by choice. The HOA had slapped him with fines for improper appearance of his property, even though he'd lived on that land long before the subdivision ever existed. And leading the charge against him? Karen. Perfect hair, perfect makeup, a smile so fake you could hear the plastic cracking. She leaned toward her friend and whispered loudly enough for the whole court to hear. "Look at him. Couldn't he at least dress decent for court?" Several people chuckled. "Mr. Dalton heard it," and lowered his eyes. My wife squeezed my hand. "That's wrong," she whispered. When the judge finally walked in, Karen shot up like she owned the courtroom. "Your Honor," she began, "this individual isn't maintaining standards suitable for our neighborhood. His property is messy. His attire is disrespectful." The judge raised an eyebrow but let her continue. She gestured dramatically at Mr. Dalton. "He doesn't meet our expectations." The judge turned to him. "Mr. Dalton, do you have anything to say?" He swallowed hard. "Ma'am, I work the land sun up to sundown. I didn't come to disrespect anyone. Just can't afford new clothes right now. Been a tough season." Karen rolled her eyes. "There are thrift stores," she scoffed. And that pushed the judge's patience too far. The judge leaned forward, her voice suddenly sharp. "Mrs. Campbell, do you know what this man's land produces?" Karen blinked. "Grass, weeds." The judge shook her head slowly. "This man grows and donates over 40% of the fresh produce that feeds our food bank. The food bank that your own HOA relies on every Thanksgiving when you post those community service selfies." The room went silent. Karen's smile vanished completely. The judge continued. "And you're mocking him for the clothes he works in, clothes he earns the food on your table with. Is that correct?" Karen's face turned bright red. Mr. Dalton looked up, confused. You knew?" The judge smiled softly. "Of course. I volunteer there." She turned back to Karen. "The court rules in favor of Mr. Dalton. All HOA fines dismissed. And I strongly advise you to reconsider how you judge people." Karen sat down slowly, eyes glossy. Her ego shattered clean through. As Mr. Dalton walked out, the courtroom applauded quietly. My wife leaned in and whispered, "Good people don't need fancy clothes, just honest work." If you enjoyed this emotional story, please hit like, subscribe.